we'll just wait for the last few.
So we will continue with our last session for today. We have 3 work in progress sessions. 2 of them will be held by Arjen and Markus, and he will start reviving the TclOO tutorial. Arjen, it's your turn.
Thank you. Okay, well, the last couple of weeks I've been working on this subject. First of all, to be ready for this conference, of course. And second of all, because, well, how it all started was somewhere in February, I think, somebody on Complang TCL asked about something which was unclear in the online tutorial we have. I don't know whether you have ever visited it, but it's over there. It's a bit hidden, which is unfortunate. But this guy had spent a couple of days, I think, on this mistake in the tutorial. And I felt a bit responsible because I was part of the team which put up this online tutorial. So let's go back to 2009, when it all started, at least as far as I'm concerned. We took Clif Flynt's TclOO tutorial, and this is a screenshot of the last version. It's TK based. It has an interactive interface. You can type in any code you want, and you can look at the output from that. So it's very convenient if you have a desktop running TclOO. Another thing which is quite unique, in fact, is that it has 3 levels. A beginner's level, somebody who's used to TclOO but wants to know the details, and an expert level. To work this on to an online version, just a number of HTML pages, Neil, Madden, David Welton and me, we took all these lessons. We selected only the user version of that and turned it into a set of pages for the internet. And this is what it looked like. What it still looks like, in fact. So some text. You have an example or several examples. You can go to previous lessons, next lessons. You can look at the index to jump to anything. So this is the way the previous version worked. One of the spin-offs, in fact, was a booklet, and it had also had an extension to TK lessons. It's all there. I don't think anybody has looked at it in detail, but it's still there. And this question of this person led me to try and find a different form for the tutorial, and also an update to the tutorial, because it's now based on 8.4 pieces of 8.5. Nothing has much changed in the last couple of years. I don't think anybody is actively maintaining it. So I asked Andreas Kuprius to get me the code, all the pages, and I've been working on it the past couple of weeks. Thing is, we have all manner of introductions to TclOO, to all kinds of subjects. I've mentioned a few here. Mark Rosemans has an excellent tutorial on TK. Nathan has written an elevator pitch on all kinds of interesting subjects within TCL. I don't know whether you have seen the announcement on the wiki, but Ashok has published this book, or at least published a page which announces this book, due to be next week. The main thing is it's everybody for himself. What I intend to do now is take a lot of this information and put it all in the same form, in this lessons form, which we have inherited from Clif Flynt. So, what I've been doing up to now is convert all these HTML files to wiki markup. That seems to be a much easier way to maintain these pages. Even though the HTML was rather regularized over the past years, I went through the text and found that a number of examples were outdated, different styles used than what we use today. So I tried to modernize that. I put in a small bit of interactivity, and also I was able to generate a book from that. This is the front page Neil Madden put up for the book from 2009. So I'm reusing this. Well, here's an example of what it looks like now. This is the source, the wiki page, and this is how you see it. So fairly similar to what we have right now. I am using the Nikit wiki, so the new one by Jos de Koster and Steve Landers. It gave me a nice platform to try things. And this is a page from the book. It's automatically generated. It's certainly not perfect yet, but my intention is that I can generate this book directly from these wiki pages without any manual filling with the text. Things that have to be done are the right escape sequences, a bit of layout in these examples because they tend to be very long. So that's at this moment what it's like. I can show you in a moment what it looks like on this website. I want to extend it to 8.6 and even perhaps 8.7. And at the very least, I want to have pages on TclOO, TDBC, coroutines, and you name it. So that's a lot of work, and I hope to engage some of you to help me with this. Well, a quick view at what's out there now. So this is the tutorial index, and you can jump to any of these pages. A bit of interactivity, as I said. Well, that's this bit. You can show the result. So you first figure out what this code should do, and then you can check whether you had it right. So that's not exactly the same as we have in the desktop version, but at least it's something. And I kind of like it. So that's my first story for today.
So maybe using this mscript version of TclOO, you could also integrate a
Yes, Steve Landers suggested that as also. I have no experience with that, so I have no idea how to do it.
Basically, you go to this GitHub page from
Yeah.
HS, you download the thing, and I think that all you have to do is to put it on the web server and put some tag in the header of the HTML file to get the interpreter.
Okay.
I did that.
You did that?
It works you can get it in 10 minutes.
And you don't have to do anything on your own machine? It's in the web server?
It's in the web server, everything's in server file.
Okay.
Server, yeah.
Well, that sounds great. Then we can put back this. Do you still have it? Oh no. That window where you can type the code and fiddle around with it.
That would have been my question when I started to learn about HTML, CSS, JavaScript. I went to those tutorial web pages with the interactive way of hacking in and showing directly the result. And when I think of my colleagues, I think they would not like to see a result, but to try out really without starting an interpreter or having to install TclOO before they can go or copy, paste and something like this. If this enables would be great and perhaps would raise acceptance.
Yeah. I'll talk to Steve and Jos about it. Like I said, I have no experience and I certainly have no access to the web server like that, but if it's so simple, then it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Any other questions? Anyone want to join?
Would it be possible to take what you've done and put it back onto the desktop version? Is there a way back?
I don't think so. No.
Please repeat the questions.
Oh, right. Sorry. Martin asked whether it's possible to take the lessons, the changes we made here, and put them back in the TclOO tutorial from Clif.
You have a batteries included, just an executable with all the lessons in it.
That's right. Yeah, well, you might indeed use the wiki markup to do the same as what Clif is doing. His original files are a sort of mixture of his own markup and HTML, so that was one reason to go to HTML as such. And I think it's much easier to do the same if you have the wiki markup and put it into the sort of things you do in the text widget.
Second slight question. You said you converted all the HTML to wiki markup.
Yeah.
Do you use a tool to do that?
I use a tool which made it possible to have about 90% automatically converted. Luckily, the HTML was fairly regular, so I could convert that easily. And what was left over, I just did by manually. There's still some things left, but.
Try converting the manual pages into something, and they're not standard at all.
No.
Not at all.
No, but that's also a reason to go to wiki markup. It's fairly regular, and it makes it much easier to convert it to something else.
Which wiki dialect? Wikipedia or?
No. Our own. Our wiki markup. No, that's TclOO wiki, yes. Well, with one extension, and that is in the at the end I'd use a new label and discussion, so I can continue ordinary text. That's something I just built in. Okay. Let me continue with the other one.
Just a short note in between. User APN, Ashok commented on the TclOO chat meanwhile, because Donald wrote that you are talking about the TclOO tutorial. He said, yeah, about time too, the existing one is very old. Then Donald said he mentioned your book too, and APN, oh good, they should have them lining up at the stores at midnight.
Oh, midnight even.
It raises the question of the source format of the TclOO documentation itself.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
and lower.
Well, maybe we come to an answer sometimes.
We do need something better because particularly for the documentation for TK, because we can't include images in what we have at the moment, and that would be very much an important thing to do. But on the other hand, I find it extremely useful to have documentation as man pages for when I'm not online.
It's not about dropping down.
Yeah, it's
a question of source format.
Plus there's also the whole thing of that someone's actually then got to go through that.
If you're interested, the book we had back then, where is it?
Inside your head, not the top, maybe.
That's here. Yeah. And here we have at least something about the basic widgets, etc. So that's text which is available and which could easily be turned into these lessons. This is all based on LaTeX, by the way, which makes things also quite a bit easier. Okay.
We actually need more documentation about TTK. These style things and these.
Yes, well, back when we worked on this, TTK was still in development,
Okay, yeah.
and we didn't have much experience with that. I think we are now in a much better position to do that, and it's much needed also to get a better feeling for what can and cannot be done.
Yeah, just switching the background of a frame or something. And,
Yeah.
yeah, probably through some style.
Probably the lower hanging fruit would be the try catch feature that
Yeah.
probably could be done in a single page.
Yes.
Not as much work as all the other features.
I made a reference to that somewhere.
You already did that.
Okay.